Hello, this is Goku for Someone, and I'm here with a video response to Doug 8798 video on Hellsing, his review. And this is not going to be me talking about his review and basically telling them disagreeing with him, because he has this opinion, and good. Doug, good. I'm just going to say the things that he was wrong about. The things that he doesn't understand. The things that he still probably doesn't even understand. And, yes, if you watch this video, Doug, respond. Tell me why I'm an idiot. But I've been watching vampires a lot longer than you, I think. Now, we get right into the nitty-gritty of this video. Before I talk about the points that I'm going to make in this video, Doug said there is no fan service. And when I recorded the video, I didn't really cover this. There is no fan service for the Twitards. There are no fan service for obscure vampire stories. But there is fan service for me. And there is fan service for people out there who actually like the vampire mythos. People who like Vampire Hunter D, Hellsing, Buffy, Underworld. There's a lot of fan service. And when I was looking up images, I was looking up images for vampires and Dracula and other things. And you know the one thing I didn't come across? I came across one image of a vampire not wearing a shirt. And that is Kane from the video game Blood Omen. Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen. And that's because he's a monster and he just doesn't have a shirt on. But, yeah. It's not sexy. It's not attractive. He looks hideous. And this image will be here. But throughout this video, I'll be showing different images of vampires. And these will range from TV shows, movies, video games, and anime. So, Doug, if you do watch this video, as I said before, tell me why Hellsing, why Alucard does not look like a vampire based on these images, which there are no Alucard images here. I'm not going to just shove Alucard in your face. Tell me why he looks nothing like these guys. Okay? Just tell me. Please video response to this and tell me why he looks nothing like these guys. First, Doug, if I may call you Doug, you say that if you're going to do Dracula, you do it like Drake from the movie Blade Trinity. Now, first of all, I want to go on record to say that is my least favorite, to the best of my knowledge, interpretation of Dracula. But let's have a little bit of a history lesson here. And did you know that Blade Trinity came out in 2005? Now, Hellsing came out in 1997. 8 years difference. Hellsing came out first. Second is that Dracula came out in 1897. And there are so many interpretations of Dracula that nobody can really get Dracula right, because there are so many interpretations. There have been several films. There's almost been a film every 10 years of Dracula. Dracula, they make films all the time. And not all of them are called Dracula. But Dracula is one of these creatures that he's been used to death. So, when you talk about an interpretation like Drake, well, first of all, that's not Dracula. Drake was... I like Blade 1. Blade 1 is the only truly good Blade movie, but I can stand the other two. But I cannot stand their interpretation of Dracula because it isn't Dracula. Next, you go on record saying that if you're going to do vampires, you do it like Twilight. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of comments about this. Those aren't vampires. Watch True Blood. Yeah, go watch True Blood. I watch Vampire Diaries. I don't know. People have said bad things about it. I enjoy it. Please comment telling me why Vampire Diaries is bad. If anybody can do a video response telling me that Vampire Diaries is bad, who's actually seen an entire episode, go ahead. I'd love to hear that. But Hellsing is much closer to an interpretation of vampires than Twilight will ever be. No, this is a joke, right? You honestly think Twilight is vampires? No. There's no vampires in Twilight. Get it over with. There are no werewolves in Twilight. She's just a bad writer that she doesn't know that she came up with her own creatures. See, I have an opinion about Twilight, and I'll make this one quick. Is that I think the reason why she used vampires and lycans, or werewolves, is because she can't write worth a damn. And so if you can't write, you copy. Now obviously, copying somebody else's book is illegal. So she did the next best thing. She took something that she knew could sell, and she made a book based on it, without actually doing any work, without doing any research. Now we all know she didn't do any research on it, and ultimately I think that she got the premise of her idea actually from Vampire Diaries, because Vampire Diaries came out in '91. The first Twilight book came out in 2005, so use the math. I mean, they're similar, but they're very different in a lot of ways. Now, you can say you hate Hellsing. It's your opinion to hate Hellsing. But next you talk about the fight scenes. And Dracula doesn't use guns. Vampires don't use guns. Vampires use Kung Fu. Yeah. So you've never seen Blade? Because in the movie Blade, in the original comic, Blade was a human. But in the movie, and now in the comics, he's a vampire, and he uses guns. So yeah. Great job, Doug, for actually setting yourself up for that one. And if you watch the movie Underworld, they use guns. It's not Dracula, but this is a modern interpretation of Dracula. It's not the classical Dracula. It's in a modern day setting. So you can do modern things with it. What you can't do when you're trying to modernize something is make vampires sparkle. Because vampires don't sparkle. I'm sorry. Everyone knows that. Even Twilight fans know that vampires don't sparkle. Well, yeah, this was just my quick thoughts, Doug. So this is Goku471. Please leave a comment or a video response and tell me what you think. And Doug, if you watch this video, tell me what you think. And I'll see you next time, YouTube.